Hello, so today we're going to solve equations transformable to quadratic equations. So as you can see here, we have a rational equation. So we can say that this is a rational equation because it has rational terms. So what are we going to do is we have to get the LCD by taking the denominators, which are x squared and x. So again, we take the denominators of this rational equation. These are x squared and x. And then we get the factors of each. So the factors of x squared are x times x, and the factor of x is x. So let's get the LCD of this. So if you'd like to know more about LCD, please subscribe to Ma'am Jen Pontara's YouTube channel. Alright, going back. So for the LCD, we will bring down the factors. And as you can see, we wrote this term below the term similar to this, which is x, alright? They will only be represented by single x when we bring down these terms, alright? So again, bring down this, okay? So they will be represented by x, and then bring down this one as well, alright? Now let's get the product or multiply them. So x times x is x squared. So this is the LCD, which we will multiply to the whole rational equation. Okay, so we will multiply each terms of this equation by x squared. So let's have now the first term, 6 over x squared multiplied to the LCD, x squared. Let's make this fraction. Let's write 1 on the denominator. Okay, minus the second term, 5 over x times the LCD x squared, alright, equals 1 times the x, or times x squared rather. Now let's solve each. Cancel this. Okay, they will be equal to 1. And 6 times 1 is equal to 6. Alright? Then cancel x. We're going to cancel x here. And then from x squared, let us subtract 1. So this will become x raised to 1, or just simply x. Multiply. Alright? Negative 5, or negative times 5 times x. That is negative 5x equals 1 times x squared is x squared. So this is now a quadratic equation. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to move these terms on the other side of the equal sign. So nothing will be left on this side but 0. Okay? So we're going to have 0 equals x squared. Move this on the other side of the equal sign. That will become plus 5x. And then minus 6. Okay? Now let's interchange the position of this trinomial and 0. We're going to have x squared plus 5x minus 6 equals 0. As you can see, none of the signs were changed. It's because we applied the symmetric property of equality. So when we do that, we just interchange the position of the terms on the left and on the right side of the equal sign. So none of the signs will be changed, okay? So as you can see, this is a complete quadratic equation because we have a value for b which is greater than 0. So we cannot use extracting the square root in this situation, okay? We can only use factoring, completing the square, or the quadratic formula. But let's try factoring for this, okay? Let's solve this using factoring. So let's have 2 parentheses equals 0. Then let's get the factors of the first term. Factors of x are x squared are x times x, and then the factors of negative 6. That will give us 5 as sum. Again, 6 is negative. It means that the signs of its factors are positive and negative. And look at the middle term. The middle term is positive, so it means that the higher factor of 6 should be positive. And if we're going to think of that, we're going to have 6 times negative 1, because 6 times negative 1 is negative 6, and 6 plus negative 1 is 5. Alright? So these are the factors, positive 6 and negative 1. Now let's continue. So this will become now x plus 6 equals 0, and x minus 1 equals 0. So for x, this will become x equals negative 6, and so for x in this part, we're going to have x equals 1. So these are now the solutions to our rational equation. But we have to check if these are correct. Alright? Let's proceed to checking. We're going to check if x equals negative 6 and x equals 1 are the solutions to our given equation. So again, we will copy the original given, that's 6 over x squared minus 5 over x equals 1. We will substitute negative 6 to x. This will become 6 over the square of negative 6 minus 5 over negative 6. Again, substitute negative 6 to x. Is it equal to 1? Let's get the square of negative 6, that is 36. So this will become 6 over 36. Negative times negative is positive. Okay, so this will become plus 5 over 6. Is it equal to 1? Simplify this, get the lowest term, that is 1 over 6. Plus 5 over 6, is it equal to 1? This is similar fraction, so we can just add the numerator and then we copy the same denominator. So 1 plus 5 is 6 over denominator 6. Is it equal to 1? 6 divided by 6 is 1. These are equal, so it means that negative 6 is a solution to our equation. Next, let's check if x equals 1 is a solution. Again, copy the original equation. 6 over x squared minus 5 over x equals 1. Substitute 1 to x. So we have 6 over 1 squared minus 5 over 1. Is it equal to 1? Square of 1 is 1. 6 divided by 1 is 6. Negative 5 divided by 1 is negative 5. Is it equal to 1? 6 minus 5 is 1. These two are equal, so it means x equals 1 is a solution to our rational equation. So that will be all for today. Thank you for watching.